Shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at GMS. Peace, honor, and respect to you brothers that's out there laboring, edifying, rightly dividing the word, in truth and sincerity. And shalom to you believers out there, the Akim wa Akwatium. So yeah, as you can see, I got this video pulled up. I'm going to just play it.
I was wondering why I haven't gotten a question from you guys about the Jerry Jones photo. But when the Kyrie thing was going on, you guys were quick to ask us questions about that.
Okay.
Hold on. And I don't even want you guys to say nothing. When I watched Kyrie talk and he says, I know who I am, but I want to keep the same energy when we're talking about my people and the things that we've been through. And that Jerry Jones photo is one of those moments that our people, black people, have been through in America. And I feel like as a black man, as a black athlete, as someone with power and a platform, when we do something wrong or something that people don't agree with, it's on every single tabloid, every single news coverage. It's on the bottom ticker. It's asked about every single day. But it seems like to me that the whole Jerry Jones situation photo, and I know it was years and years ago and we all make mistakes, I get it. But it seemed like it's just been buried under like, oh, it happened. Okay, we just move on. And I was just kind of disappointed that I haven't received that question from you guys. Appreciate it.
Okay, here's the photo in question, which was published by the Washington Post on November 23rd. Jay Williams joining the conversation. Great to have you, Jay.
Whatever you want, baby.
Jay, I'll start with you. Your reaction to all
You
this.
see the photo.
November 23rd.
That's Jerry Jones.
Jay Williams joining the conversation.
With the photo, two Israelite boys trying to go to the school, and you see, all right, but you see what LeBron said, and I heard some Apostle Gabar said recently, some maybe a week ago, some days ago, he did a lesson on, hold on, let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it real fast. It's something very, very important that he said. Let me see if I can do it like this. Yep, here we go. All right, so he had a video that said, I don't think it was live. This is it right here. Now, this video that he made 12 days ago was concerning women, all right? But it said, accept things as they are, all right? Accept things as they are, all right? And what our people don't understand is Esau, the so-called white man, is in his rulership. This is his kingdom. So that's why Jerry Jones is not getting the smoke that Kyrie got, okay? The scriptures tell us everything we need to know. Tell us who they are and who we are. They are our enemies, all right? Yes, you probably cool with some white people. Yes, you got white and black people that date and things of that nature and have kids. And, at the end of the day, they are our enemies. Let's go to the scriptures on that. All right. And they in their rulership. All right. So they not going to get the same smoke, no matter how docile they come across, how nice, how, humble. It doesn't even matter. because we have to accept things as they are. They are enemies, all right? Psalms 83, verse 3. Verse 2, it says, "For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people." Who is the Lord's people? The Israelites. You so-called Negroes, you so-called Latinos, and you so-called Native Americans. "And consulted against thy hidden ones." Who are the hidden ones? The Israelites. The true biblical Israelites are the hidden ones. All right? "They have said, Come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance." Right. "For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee." Who else are our enemies? The rest of these nations. All right. That's, again, I keep saying it. When you drive in a so-called black neighborhood, you're going to see these Chinese, Japanese, Asian people, okay? They got the beauty and barber supplies. They might have the grocery stores. You're going to see Esau pitching his tent there. You're going to see the Arab, the East Indian, all right? You're going to see the Arabic. I'm from Detroit. You have Arabic Chaldean, all right? They're going to have the stores, the gas stations, the stores selling you the blunts, the liquor. Okay, and they're gonna have the even chicken and fish spots. They're gonna have the gas stations, the beauty and barber supplies. All right, because these other nations get to capitalize off our punishment because we are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites. Okay, we are the Israelites. I'm gonna come back to it. We are the Israelites, and these type of things. You see what LeBron doing? That proves it right there. Deuteronomy 28:15. "But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store." Didn't Kanye go from a billionaire to 100 millionaire? Now, he still have money, but still. All right. That's cursing his basket. Why? Even Kyrie, he had to pay a $500,000. He lost money playing. All of this. All right. Let's get some more curses because we are the Israelites. All right. What's the other one that I wanted to get that popped in my head? Hold on. Wait. Verse 28. "And the Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart. And thou shalt grope at noonday, as a blind gropeth in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore. No man shall save thee." See? All right. 28:34. "So that thou shalt be mad for the sight of thine eyes, which thou shalt see." LeBron was mad. He looked like he might have wanted to shed a tear. Okay. The reason why these things go on, because we're the real Hebrew Israelites. Okay. You're not going to see a white man saying these things. You're not going to see a lot of these other nations saying these things, but especially Esau, Edom. He's in his kingdom. All right. Verse 37, "And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee." Nigga. See? Even colored. Spick. Wetback. See? Those are our bywords. Okay? And every race have a byword, but no matter where we go on the planet Earth, you a nigga to them. All right? No matter how educated, no matter how clean shaved, clean cut, okay? How successful, all right? See? We are the real Hebrew Israelites. See? Verse 43. "The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high." Who is high right now? Esau, Edom. The rest of these nations is over us. You have an Arabic. He come over here. He get a loan. He get a business in your neighborhood. In your neighborhood. See? And thou shalt come down very low. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. When do you see a group of black men lending to some white people? You don't see it. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. All right? When have you ever seen a group of black men, okay, a group of white men asking a group of black men for a loan? You don't see it. You're not going to see it because we are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites. And just like Apostle Gabar said, accept things as they are. Why is that? Because in the kingdom to come, see, and us in the know, yeah, it makes you mad, all right? But us in the know, and matter of fact, let me just get that because I wasn't gonna get it, but I'm gonna get it. All right. Revelation 13:10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. So the way that we was led into captivity, by who? Esau, Edom. You have Arabs, even all these other nations. All right. But starting with our arch enemy, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, he led us into captivity. Shall go into captivity. So in the world to come, he will be in the captivity. He will feel the curses. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Do we need to pull up the pictures of the lynchings, the burnings, the castrations, the rapes, the murders? Do we need to do that? No. I think it's well documented and we know it. This is the main point I want to really get. All right. Because us in the know, we know these things. And what? Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Who are the saints? The Israelites. When you go through the history of the scriptures, the Israelites were only the disciples, the apostles, the men who wrote the scriptures. All right. You so-called Negroes, you so-called Latinos. All right. You so-called Native Americans. You are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites, not those imposters in our land that squatting. See, a squatter be in the house so long, he think it's his house and it's hard to get him up out. But guess what? The Lord gonna get him out. All right. But back to the point. We are the Hebrew Israelites, and we have to accept this thing. We have to accept that they are our enemies. We have to accept that this is his kingdom, and he won't be under scrutiny like a so-called black man. Okay? He's not going to be under that scrutiny. That's why when you go to this ESPN.
Great to have you, Jay.
Whatever you want, baby.
Jay, I'll start with you. Your
Now,
reaction to
Jay Williams, he made a good point. Stephen A., he said what he said, but he's not going to talk about Jerry Jones like he did Kyrie. Molly, she was quiet as a church mouse. When Kyrie went through what he went through, I heard everybody. I heard Shaq call him an idiot. Molly was getting on him. Do you think they got the same energy for Jerry Jones? No, because the so-called white man is in his kingdom. Let me get that. I'm going to come back to Psalms. I know I still got Psalms on deck. He's in his kingdom. So guess what? This is it right here, okay? Because the so-called white man has a temporal blessing, all right? Verse 38. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth. All right, the fatness, the good things, okay? And of the dew of heaven above. And by thy sword shall thy live. And that's Esau. How has he got everything? Through the sword, through the literal sword, a blade. All that sword ranged from a literal sword all the way into a ICBM, to a missile. See, that's what the sword represents. Esau, the so-called white man, has got everything through murder, stealing, That's this character trait. And by the sword shall thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him, because Esau understood, he knows that blessing is the kingdom of heaven, a perpetual blessing. All right. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. All right. Esau had a perpetual hatred for us. See?
Can you just have a moment, Stephen?
A perpetual hatred. Now look at that. What? You see this crowd? Jerry Jones right there. See? You see that? But what did Apostle Gabar say? Which he got from a guy, I think he said Hamisha. I would have to get the name. All right. This guy who wrote some principles. And it said, what? Accept things the way they are. All right. I kind of lost it, but that's what it was saying. All right. And in that lesson, he was going into the so-called black woman. She is your enemy. And that's another enemy. All right. A lot of black women, majority are our enemy as well. Because they are joined unto this society, man. It's the reason why the serpent came to the woman. All right. Accept things as they are. And one of those things we have to accept is that the white man, the China man, the Arabic man, the East Indian man, all these nations are our enemies. Now, let's go back to Psalms. All right, because the scriptures told us that. See? And it's no different today. No matter how it looks, they are our enemies, man. And you give them you give them some time, or you give them a situation, and they'll show you that you their enemy, even if they laugh and hee with you. Psalms 83, all right, in verse 5. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. They are together. They're confederate. The tabernacles of Edom, the so-called white man, is number one. And the Ishmaelites, the Arabians, of Moab, the Chinamen, and the Hagareans, that go back to the Arabians. Gabal, okay? Gabal is a place, I believe, in Edom. That goes to talking about Esau. And Ammon, the Japanese, and Amalek, that's the grandson of Edom. See, Edom all through there. The Philistines, that go back to the Hamites, the Africans, with the inhabitants of Tyre. All right. And Tyre was a city inhabited by the Phoenicians. All right. See, Assur, the Assyrians, also is joined with them. They have helped the children of Lot, Salah. All right. So these nations are our enemies, man. They're confederate with each other. Okay. These Asians don't like you. These Arabs don't like you, man. These Japanese and Chinese, they don't like you, man. These white people don't like you. Yeah, you got a few, but overall as a nation, they don't like you, man. Accept things the way they are. All right. See, we have to accept that. Now, let's go to this. Let's stay in the book of Psalms, right? Because, see, LeBron want to know why they ain't hassling him with Jerry Jones. Why swept under the rug? Okay. I'm going to tell you why. Hold on, let me get it. It might be 50. All right, here we go. Oh no, I know where it's at. All right, he want to know these things. It's in the scripture, Psalm 73. All right, starting at verse 3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. Who is the wicked? The so-called white man. Yes, you have people in all nations that do wicked things, But when you speaking of the wicked, you're speaking about starting with the international bakers. Who you think that is? The Edomites. All right. When I saw the prosperity of the wicked, for there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. Yeah. They are not, this the point, they are not in trouble as other men. Neither are they plagued like other men. Who is this speaking about? A Jerry Jones. Why is he not in trouble like Kyrie? Because he's in his kingdom. Okay? He's a billionaire white man. He's a white billionaire. See? Kanye was a black billionaire. Okay? But it's two different things. One is in his kingdom and the other is not. One is held to a high esteem. One is not. One is very high and one is low. No matter how much Kanye made, he's not going to be treated in the same fashion as a Jerry Jones. Why? It's because the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Who is the wicked? Who's the earth? Who's running the earth right now? The so-called white man. No one can deny that. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? All right. Who did iconoclasm? Look that word up if you don't know. The so-called white man did that. Okay. He's in his kingdom and we have to accept these things. All right. Verse 5 again. They are not in trouble as other men. Neither are they plagued like other men. That's why Jerry Jones, that's why his thing is getting swept under the rug. All right. This is why they're not asking you about it. This is why when you look at the video, they're not going to ask Tom Brady or Peyton Manning or the white athletes about none of these things they would the black athletes. Why? Because they are not in trouble as other men. Because they're in their kingdom. All right. And everybody knows this. All right. They are enemies. All right. They're not in trouble as other men. All right. When you go down to the end of this, right? Matter of fact, let me get this. I'm gonna just end it here. Cause that's pretty much the point. But let me give you some comfort, brothers and sisters. Because it said in the curses we were going to be oppressed, right? Well, let's read Isaiah 14, starting at 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and yet choose Israel. Why do it say that? Because after King Solomon died, it was a split. You had the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. The southern kingdom was Jacob, all right? And the northern kingdom was Israel. The southern kingdom was Judah, all right? Referred to as Judah. And the northern kingdom was referred to as Israel. All right, that's another lesson for another day. All right, and set them in their own land. And the stranger shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. This is the end game. Because, hold on, let me come back to it. Let me come back to it. Let me get this. This is what I meant to get. When you go to 2nd Ezra 6-9, it said, I'm going to start at 7. All right. Because guess what? The white man is in his kingdom, which is CTD, circling the drain. Verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first? What we're at the beginning of right now, and the beginning of it that followeth, what we're going to come into for us Israelites. And he said unto me, from Abraham, we love Abraham. They love stopping at Abraham. See, everybody like, Abraham. We love Abraham. But it went from Abraham unto Isaac. It went from Abraham to Isaac. Then it went to Jacob. Okay. And the 12 sons. See, that's why I state that here in verse 8. He said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the hill of Esau. For Esau, the so-called white man, white nations, is the end of the world. And Jacob, the Israelites, is the beginning of it that follows. So let's accept things for what they are. All right. The white man, he's living in his kingdom. He get to live it up. Psalm 73, he's not in trouble with other men because he's in his kingdom. That lets you know who the Edomites are. And Jacob is the beginning. See, in the world to come, we will get to enjoy these type of perks. We're not going to be in trouble. We're not going to be, demonized. No, we're not going to be under subjection, under oppression. Now let's go back to Isaiah. Again, we're not going to be in oppression. Let's see what's going to be happening. Isaiah 14 verse 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. Who? Esau, Edom, and the rest of you nation. And they shall take them captives. Remember, Revelation 13. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. See, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. Didn't it say that in the cursive? That we will be oppressed? Okay. See? Verse 3, and it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow. Didn't in the cursive say we'll grope in the noonday? Okay. Matter of fact, let me do this. I'm going to come back. Lord willing, it's edifying. And, brothers and sisters is following. Any questions, just leave it in the comment. Let's look up that word gropeth. To feel, to grope, to feel over, or through, grope, to feel through. See? Just tired of it. I'm tired of it. Let's look at the lexicon part. What did it say? It says to feel, to touch with, by uncertain, to feel in the darkness, filling out. All right. Reaching, groping in the noonday, trying to find your way, man. All right. Like a blind person groping in the darkness, trying to find your way. You will be oppressed and robbed continually. This is the NLT. And no one will come to save you. See, this is a part of the curses. Didn't it say we will be oppressed? Robbed continually. All right. Oppressed. Kanye and Kyrie was oppressed. You think Jerry Jones feeling oppressed right now because that photo popped up? No, he don't feel oppressed. Trust me. He don't feel oppressed. All right. Verse 3 again. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear. You think he feeling real fearful of losing his billions because he was pulled up in a racist photo, in the context of a racist manner of a photo? No, he don't have those fears. He don't care. Because why? He's not in trouble as other men. Continuing on. And from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve, that thou should take up this proverb against the king of Babylon. We're in Babylon the Great right now. What is Babylon the Great? America. And say, how have the oppressors ceased? The golden city ceased. The Lord have broken the staff of the wicked. Again, their staff is going to be broken, man. All right. What a staff do? It hold you up. This money system crashing. All right. This whole thing is about to come tumbling down for Esau, man. And the scepter of the rulers, the scepter. Who gets scepters? Rulers, kings. That's going to be broken, man. All right. That's going to be done. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. This is Esau Edom's end game. Let's go to Isaiah 60. See, LeBron want to know these things. Psalm 73 is the perfect precept for LeBron. Why they ain't questioning you? Because they not in trouble as other men. They not going to ask you about Jerry Jones. They not going to have that same smoke. Them reporters. Okay? That's barely even covered. That photo. That's barely even covered. They not going to have the same smoke because majority of them reporters is probably Edomites or other nations, and those are our enemies. That's why they don't have the same smoke. Because they don't care. Because we're the real Hebrew Israelites. That's why. And we're under the curses. Isaiah 60:14. The sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee. And all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet. And they shall call thee the city of the Lord, the Zion, the Holy One of Israel. They're going to bow down. All them that despise us, all of these other nations that despise us, all right? When you in your community, you got these other nations talking shit behind a damn bulletproof glass, behind the wall in your community, all right? You know, selling you them chips, selling you that Black and Mild, selling you that square, selling you that gas, selling your woman that weave, all right? Even the ones doing her nails and her feet. These other nations don't like you, man. All right? Guess what? They're going to bow themselves down at the soles of your feet. Verse 15, whereas thou hast been forsaken and hated, so that no man went through thee, I will make thee an eternal excellency, a joy of many generations. Right, Israel is going to rise to the top. When Yahweh shall come down and put all of these nations under his feet, all right, take Esau out of power to never regain power again. Well, Israel is going to be rising up perpetually. They're going to feel the curses. All right. They're going to feel the curses. Verse 16, thou shalt also suck the milk of the Gentiles. What does that mean? That means resources. And shalt suck the breasts of kings. And thou shalt know that I, the Lord, am thy Savior and thy Redeemer. See, we need to be redeemed. Putting our resources together and coming together. Oh, brother, we need to come together and put our resources together and then get these economics right. No, that's not going to do it. All right. The Lord is going to come and what? Be our Savior and thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob. All right. See? For brass I will bring gold, and for iron I will bring silver, and for wood brass, and for stones iron. I will also make thy officers peace and thine exactors righteousness. Right, we're going to get an upgrade. All right. But going back to verse 16, sucking the milk of these Gentiles, of these kings, meaning they're going to shed out their resources. They're going to be under the curses. Just like we built up ancient Egypt. We built up America. We built up all of these places. They're going to build up our kingdoms. They're going to have to work under rigor, under that whip. What you think the rod of iron is for? Okay? The rod and iron ain't going to be there just to look pretty. No, it's going to be to enforce the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. All right? It's going to be to enforce our will, all right, on these other nations, man. This is what the scriptures is talking about. This is the end game. This is why us in the know, all right, even though we have to have patience and make us mad, but see, Revelation 13, this is the patience in our faith. This is our patience in our faith that we know is going to come true. And we got patience to not punch none of these niggas out right now and just wait on the Lord. All right. Because no matter how many of these Edomites or other nations you punch out, you still not going to be redeemed. You still going to be living in a white man's world, per se. See, until what? The Lord come. But see, us knowing these things, right? We can accept things as they are, as this video right here say. We can accept it. Okay?
All right, shalom.
We can accept things as they are, man. And it makes it a whole lot easier because these scriptures are the comforter. This is the comforter. This is the Lord basically giving us a pep talk. I got y'all. Don't worry about it. All right? So I just wanted to bring this out Because really, Psalm 73, okay, was really the point. All right. But I had to, speak peaceably to Jerusalem. And when I say Jerusalem, I mean you Israelites, because we know Jerusalem is a people before a place. Okay. Psalm 73 and 5 again. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Who is that speaking to? First and foremost, the so-called white man. All right. And then it trickled down to these other nations. Nobody have as much smoke and wrath as they do for the so-called black men. He's number one on the list, and it ain't a close second. All right. No matter what the so-called black woman saying, I'm not meant to get on you because the black woman is going through it as well. But she's not on the hot seat like the so-called black man. Anybody that tell you she is a damn lie and a damn fool, and they don't know what's going on. Excuse my language. And don't dare say none of these other nations. All right. This is why Kanye went from a billionaire to a whatever millionaire. This is why Kyrie had, he got to do 6 things. He got to go visit this. He got to do that. Do you think Jerry Jones got to go meet with the NAACP? Do you think he got to go and talk to the black church? Do he got to do 6 things? Is he going to get canceled? Is anybody saying, well, maybe he should lose his team or he should sell it to somebody else because he was found being anti-black? Do you think anybody's going to say that? No, they're going to be like, oh, that was years ago. Do you think Jerry Jones' views changed from that time? No. It's just quieter. And Jerry Jones been proven to do some crazy things that's now. He's going to use the black men on his team to make him money. The Edomites don't care about that. They're going to use us all day to make their money. But do you think Jerry Jones at 14 is a different man from Jerry Jones 80 concerning his views on the so-called black race? No. He's the same. No. I would bet any amount of money his views is basically the same. How he feels. Oh, they're niggas. I'm a white man. I'm over them. No, that's accept things the way they are, people. To the next lesson, Shalom.